Welcome back to From the Burbs to the Tetons. I've got a couple of videos for you on fixing up my daughter's backyard. She recently purchased a house, and part of my summer was spent setting it up so it would be usable for her dog. As we're walking up, you'll notice the fence on the right-hand side. The first 10 feet are a privacy wall that came with the townhome. The rest of the fencing was put in by the neighbor. The vine is dominating this privacy wall. It's pulling it down as well as eating away at the wood panels. It is quite pretty out back here with a little stream running in the background. Here we've jumped ahead about 2 months. Closing has happened and I've got the fence posts in the ground with cement. They're buried 2 feet. That's not to the freeze line, but it doesn't need to be because it's not really supporting any structure. I'm putting in a retaining wall at the bottom because of the slope. The issue we're worried about is how the dog tunneling underneath the fence, also animals tunneling in and then getting trapped. There's a couple of bunny families in the area. So one of the concerns my daughter had as we talked about putting the fence in is losing this great view out back. So I came up with the idea of doing a hybrid solution, having kind of a hog fence out back, and then the sides would be the typical wood paneling. The drainage pipe is from the downspout, and they only buried it about 4 to 6 inches deep, and we plan on putting steps right where the pipe is. So we're going to have to dig that up and bury it about 12 to 18 inches deep. So the crux of the problem today is that hole right there. We need to get it so we can close that gap. We got it a little bit too far away, so we just got to take out about an inch, inch and a half more. But we got this little retaining wall here in, and that is completely done. We have the top done. Way back there in the corner was the original privacy wall, and the top piece was just completely bad. So we ripped that off and put new wood up there. So today, finish the steps. Got this step to put in, then one below it, which should be easier because we're just going to share the post. It's going into the ground between these two steps, and then rebury that. So we're not done yet. You see these are 2 by 4 inches, so we're going to take 3 of these and put 3 of them here, right, with another 2 by 4 on top. So it'll be about so high. Whoop, that's so high. This is just closing up the door area so Hal cannot get out. Yeah, so it's looking good. I'm excited.
I'm very pleased with it. And then we have all of this. We have night lights in, solar night lights. They're like to light up a walking path enough so you don't trip and kill yourself. So they're not very bright at all. Just enough so if she lets Hal out at night, she can actually see Hal. Well, this is kind of a update on the fence. Hal, look at me. Look, Hal. Now that little dog comes out here in the back and looks out this back into the woods all the time when somebody else isn't on their deck and they're looking to bark at somebody for no reason. Okay, so I think I'm going to be showing you a preview of this. I never know until I get into the camera room. This was sod here, but I kind of destroyed it because I was stepping all over this area putting in the retaining wall. And so what they had is, when they put in that patio, they had, I'll show you the rock that we took out up there. My daughter kept it so she could use it in her garden, which is, I think, a good idea. But right here, there was about 3 feet of just piled up rocks and crap, and you know, those cement downspout water chutes to spread out the water and get it away from the house a little bit was thrown in there too. It just looked horrible. And if she's going to spend some time and money on getting the garden, she's got a raised bed garden over there she's going to work on. She's going to replant all of this stuff with more berries and animal friendly plants for both bees and birds and squirrels and all that good stuff. That leaving this looking like garbage just didn't make sense. So what I did is I took the ad hoc retaining wall that they kind of threw in there as a garbage dump too, and put in a real retaining wall. Now this is so steep and muddy and everything that if I would not have put down the sod, it would have just washed away with rains and stuff like that, and would have been a major problem. So now what's nice about this grass here, it's going to help keep the retaining wall and how I built the retaining wall up in place. So so she'll be able to put some nice little plants out here too. I'm really excited to see what her friend, who's kind of into gardening, gonna do and pick out, and how they're gonna throw things together to make this look nice. I would think that just on the inside, hi Hal. Yes, it's a good pups. Good dog. So on the inside, where the step is, this little part right here is just kind of screaming to be dug up and plant some things here, and then, you know, kind of take this back around. I think I've got photos of this, or video of this, which I'll add in as pre. But they took all of that out, but I would suspect they're going to keep that and kind of like bring it around here like this as an edge. And then she's got a nice composter that's working great, by the way. She really likes it. And replant all of this. And then that'll be a garden for veggies and stuff like that. And then they haven't decided what to do there.
As I was waiting for that fencing to come in, which was very hard to find, I found it at Lowe's, I started on the next project, and you can see a little bit of it in the background there. So we'll talk about how I'm repairing the deck in the next video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.